I've been putting this off for a while. I've been wanting to start my own YouTube channel for a couple weeks, but I've been putting it off. Right now I feel motivated, I feel like pumped, so I'm gonna do it right now. There's actually an availability in the space I want to record. It seems like the time. So, anyway, this is my YouTube channel. This first video is kind of an introduction to it, kind of what it's gonna be about and what you can expect from it, I guess. The title, or the working title, is OCD Addict or Recovering OCD Addict. I haven't really decided between the two. Basically what that means and why I'm doing this channel. I've struggled with OCD my whole life, and OCD is different for every person, but for me it really exhibits itself in patterns that kind of monitor how I do my life and what order I do things in. It's really weird and really hard to explain, but basically I had little control over what I was doing when I was doing it. There was always a pattern I was following. This, then this, then this. And so because of that pattern, I've kind of like not really had much choice over what I've been doing for several years. And recently, I've stopped using my OCD. And that makes it sound really easy. It's not really easy, and that's kind of where the title of the channel comes in. I've kind of figured out that I'm an OCD addict. Not to dismiss anyone that struggles with addiction, and it's alcoholism, drug addiction. It's not something I've struggled with personally, but from what I understand about it, you kind of have to stop cold turkey when you have these addictions. You can't just say, oh, I'll have a little bit, because that leads into a lot more, and it's really tempting and really hard to ignore when the opportunity presents itself. That's what I understand about addiction, and that's kind of how it is right now with my OCD. There are times where it's really tempting to go back to it, especially since, like, it's not all peaches and roses actually deciding things for yourself for the first time in your life. I've been struggling, for sure. I've been going strong a month. I'm not sure if I already said that. It's been a month. I'm pretty proud of myself, honestly, as I think I should be. But ultimately, it's really hard not to go back, especially because everything just kind of seems mundane now. I've been struggling with some depression symptoms for the last couple of weeks. I'm not sure if I would call it outright depression, but just a couple weeks ago on a Saturday, I remember it was right after, on that Friday, the Friday before, I had binge watched Markiplier's The Heist videos for the first time ever. Watched all of them. Then I watched his Date with Markiplier videos. Then I watched all the behind the scenes and all the bloopers, and I was obsessed. And I loved it. And that's a major shout out to Markiplier. Not sure if he's going to hear this or hear about this, but go watch his stuff. I'm psyched for his next installment. But ultimately, the next day I just felt so depressed. Like, I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to do anything. I had nothing to do, no activities. It was a Saturday. And I contacted my friend, like, hey, you want to hang out? And she's like, oh, okay, we'll hang out this evening. So I had to wait until evening, and it kind of became this thing where I was just kind of stuck, like, in not finding enjoyment in anything. Because with my OCD, when I had the opportunity to do things that I really enjoy, like play games or watch TV shows or videos, they were so rare that even the small things, like being able to watch a YouTube video I want to watch, that was major for me. That was exciting for me. But now I can do whatever I want, whenever I want to, which, again, it's supposed to be great, but it just makes everything so boring. And I was watching these videos that Markiplier made, and I was just like, dang, I want to live in that universe. I want to do something like that. I want to be creative. But I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I'm in college. I have no money. how am I supposed to be creative? I don't even have any ideas. Like, I'm just sitting there like, I don't have a single idea that won't just be a mimic of what everyone has done a billion times before. And I just got really depressed about it, and I found myself just watching the same videos and watching TV and just being like, man, why can't I do anything like that? Or at least I have to wait to do something like that until I finally graduate college. So that just really hit me hard on that day. And ultimately, the only thing that got me through it was the idea, like, you know what, I'll just do a podcast and just talk. I'm good at talking. I can talk. And, I don't have to be creative. I can just spit out whatever comes to mind and edit it later, kind of like I'm doing now. That's not what this channel's gonna be, though, because, uh, actually, it was my therapist. I told my therapist about the idea, and even my therapist was like, "You seem more down than usual," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm sad. I'm very sad." But I told my therapist the idea, and she's like, "Okay, what's it gonna be about?" And I was like, "I, I don't know. I just kind of talk," and she's like, "Oh." Okay, and like a therapist, she's supportive of me and everything I do, and I appreciate that. But it was just kind of like, all of a sudden that hit again, like, dang, that's a waste of my time. So it just, so I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, what can I do? What can I create? What can I add to this universe of YouTube that has helped me so much? And ultimately, what I've come up with is, it sounds kind of selfish, but this is basically going to be a therapy channel for me, because I'm going to figure out on this channel what the heck I am doing. I'm going to try a bunch of different things. It's gonna be different every time. Maybe it'll end up being the same every time. I don't know. But basically, I just want to figure out something fun to do. I'm so sick of doing the same thing all the time. I want to create something. So I'm just going. I have like sticky notes with ideas, which, by the way, sticky notes don't stick to anything. Okay, like, what happened to sticky notes being able to stick to things? I tried to stick them to my wall. They fell off my wall, and they barely even stick to each other right now. But anyways, I have these sticky notes with ideas of things to do on this channel. And basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do things. Like, I'll maybe play some games. I'm thinking about doing Five Nights at Freddy's 2020 mode or 420 mode, the first game. I just 420. I just I want I want to beat 2020 mode. I wanna do that, and I have no motivation to. So maybe if I'm like recording myself, I'll be like, yeah, I can finally do it. I've gotten so close. I've gotten to 5 a.m. But anyways, so I there's that. I might, gosh, I just try a bunch of things that I never do. Write poetry. Maybe I'll do a Shakespeare monologue. I'd love to do some monologues, but I'm so worried about copyright stuff. So I'll probably do some Shakespeare. Maybe even write a skit or do a bit or something. I don't know. There's all sorts of things that I could do, and I don't want to do the same thing everyone else is doing. So I'll just do a little bit of the same thing everyone else is doing and kind of figure out my groove as I go. Just basically to keep me from going back to my OCD where the little things excited me. I need to do something new and exciting. Um, so what I would like you to do is, first of all, enjoy the videos if you're watching. I don't know if anyone will watch them. I don't know if this will be big or if it'll be small or if my mom will watch it. Maybe my mom will watch it. But ultimately, if you have any ideas for something you would like to see me do, like a creative, just like, oh, play this game, like, I don't know, whatever people do on YouTube, I'll consider it. First of all, please don't make any inappropriate suggestions. But and I'll just be doing random things on my channel just to explore and to have fun. Um and ultimately, I'm coming up on 10 minutes of talking, which kind of just shows me that I'm either a rambler or I am actually good at talking and could have done like a short podcast, but it's whatever. So, yeah, welcome to my channel. And if you have any ideas, put them down in the comments. And thank you for listening to me ramble for 10 minutes. Bye.